Now, California, Los Angeles rapper Kendrick Lamar has sparked some controversy with his new video and his new song, Humble, his new single. Now in the song, he says, show me something natural like ass with some stretch marks. And apparently some of the internet feminists, Twitter feminists or whatever, have been complaining about that, saying that it's problematic for him to try to tell women how to look or something like that, which, first of all, I think it's idiotic. Their complaints are idiotic. This is the type of stuff you tend to see on the internet. You see people just complaining over nothing, making a big deal over nothing, have too much time on their hands, whatever. But the way I look at it, Kendrick Lamar is stating his preference. I guess he was saying that he was sick of seeing all the stuff on the internet where people put so much, they Photoshop themselves and everything is kind of fake and airbrushed and all that stuff. He likes to see that natural, real look. And so that's his preference. And the other thing is you always hear these people, like feminist type people, whatever, quote unquote feminist people, talking about women being shamed, and these are first these kind of, you have these like too much time on their hand feminists, these middle class privileged feminists who they have so much time on their hands. They have so few real problems that all they have time to sit there and complain about all these little things. Oh, shaming. Kendrick Lamar said he likes ass with stretch marks. He says he likes something natural. Let's complain about that. Or and then on the flip side, you have some of them complaining about men shaming women for their bodies, and Kendrick Lamar comes out and says he likes a natural look, and they're complaining about that too. I mean, I don't see what's wrong with that. I mean, aren't these the same people complaining when women about women not looking natural, or I mean, complaining that men shame women for their natural bodies? I mean, anyway, it doesn't make sense. But Kendrick Lamar, if that's his personal preference, he has a right to say that. I think it's problematic if people want to tell men what they're supposed to be attracted to or what they're not supposed to be attracted to. I find that problematic. If Kendrick Lamar likes whatever, then that's his business. And if whichever man is attracted to whatever, men can be attracted to whatever they want to be attracted to. You can't have feminists coming and telling men what to be attracted to or what not to be attracted to. First they're complaining that men are not supposed to be attracted to, or men are not attracted to natural bodies or not attracted to real women. Then Kendrick Lamar says he likes natural bodies, natural look, and they're complaining about that too. So, there's always some clown, too much time on their hands, not enough real problems. These women want something to really complain about. I say, take all these complaining, whiny, middle class, overprivileged feminists, throw them in a one-room shack with no indoor plumbing and no electricity in a third world country. Let them carry water and firewood for 6 miles every day on their head, like some woman in Africa. Let them do that for a day. Let them live like that for 6 months, or 3 years, or 10 years, and see how much time they have to complain about Kendrick Lamar lyrics. See how much time they have to complain about Kendrick Lamar liking stretch marks instead of Photoshop. So anyway, that's foolishness. And a lot of this stuff, I just ignore. I don't pay attention to these people bitching on Twitter and all this, just this non-existent, this fabricated controversy, these non-problems that people complain about because they live in first world countries and don't have enough real problems, and they get bored. I say, these women want something to really complain about. Let them let them go live as a third world peasant and let them do some real work, so they don't have so much time to bitch and complain about nothing. But anyway, now Kendrick Lamar. One thing I've noticed, I will say about Kendrick Lamar, is that I've noticed his videos, in his recent videos, they've had very high production values. Like, they've been putting a lot of money into them. Now, in hip-hop music, rap music, if you look at the history of rap music or hip-hop music, it started in the late 1970s, I guess. 1970s, mid to late 1970s through the early 80s. When hip-hop first came out, the record executives didn't really understand it. The corporate people didn't really get it. They didn't really, they didn't think much of it. They thought it was just some little trend that would disappear. And they didn't really get on board with it. So the rappers, I guess, were rap music. If you look at, I guess if you look at the old hip hop videos, they were kind of low budget, like that song "The Message" by Grandmaster Flash and Melly Mel. That song was, the video, it was just like they were just in their neighborhood in wherever in New York, whichever part of New York they lived in. They were just in the neighborhood, just rapping, and it wasn't like a high budget. There wasn't any video model girls or explosions or expensive cars. It was just guys in their regular neighborhood clothes in their regular neighborhood with a video camera. That's all it was. So I'm sure the video was very low budget. And then time goes on. As time went on, the corporate people started to catch on to the hip hop, realized that it had a financial potential behind it, because a lot of these old corporate people, they don't really care about music. They just care about money. They understand dollar signs, but they don't really care about the music. But once they started to see that there was an appeal of hip hop and people were listening to it. I think a lot of people. I think a lot of people started to like hip hop music, and so, or a lot of the young people started to like it. People outside of the black neighborhoods or the inner city communities, people outside of those communities started to listen to hip hop as well, and the corporate people started to see a financial potential, so they started to invest in it. Then by the 1990s, you saw heavy corporate investment. You saw a lot of money coming into hip hop. You started to see these high budget videos, like the Puff Daddy videos where he's in the silver suits dancing around, and girls, a lot of video girls, a lot of pretty video girls in the videos, and expensive cars and boats and jets and helicopters. Like, there was a lot of money in the music industry at that point in time. In the 1990s, there was a lot of money floating around. And in hip-hop, specifically, hip-hop started to really go into the mainstream. It used to be just I guess it was just a neighborhood, inner city music in New York at one point in time. And then it started to just spread all around across the United States, all around the world, and it got the corporate financial backing. They started selling a lot of records, making a lot of money, selling out shows all over the, international tours, national tours. So there was a lot of money coming into these record labels, and they were spending a lot of money on these. They had a lot of money to spend on these music videos, big budgets, and Hype Williams and Little X and all these these music directors making these big budget, having these big budgets to shoot videos, hire a lot of pretty models, and so that was kind of like the height of the music record industry, not just hip hop but other genres as well too. But then in the 2000s, you saw the music industry kind of suffered a lot because there was the internet. High-speed internet was becoming more common. You had things like Napster. People were downloading music. There was, I think, LimeWire. There were all these programs, file-sharing programs where people could download MP3s so they could just download the music. People were not buying CDs as much anymore. The music industry started to lose money. They weren't selling all these records that they used to sell, and so you had a big a lot of loss of money, and the record labels were not throwing money around anymore. They couldn't afford to throw money around, so you didn't have the big budget videos so much anymore. And what you saw in the videos is that in music videos and hip hop videos is a lot of you stop seeing all these pretty video models that used to be in the videos in some of the earlier videos, say in the 1990s, where they used to have a lot of girls or a lot of models in the videos. And so this was in the 2000s. It was a lot fewer attractive women in the videos. You started seeing, this is what I noticed. I noticed that you saw fewer girls. You saw the girls were uglier. The girls used to be really pretty in the videos, in the music videos. There used to be a lot of very attractive women in the music videos. And then when the money left the video, or the money started to leave the music industry, the pretty girls also disappeared. So if you look at a lot of videos at a certain point in time, music videos, you see that there are not a lot of girls in there. The girls are ugly, or they're not that attractive, or not a lot of them are not that attractive. And but now, and the videos tend to be lower budget, but with the Kendrick Lamar's videos, I've noticed that he has a lot of financial backing behind him. He must have a lot of financial backing, or he clearly has a lot of financial backing, because his videos he has these high budget, high production value videos, and he has some pretty models in his videos as well. Very pretty girls, like the type that you would have seen in the 1990s. Some very attractive women. I say, I would have to compliment Kendrick Lamar's taste in women. If he's, I'm guessing he has some type of say in which women are selected to be in his videos. And he had a video, I can't remember what the name is, one of his recent videos on his Vivo page. He had he had a bunch of attractive girls. The video where there's a guy in prison talking about meeting Kendrick Lamar, and they're at a party, and you see Kendrick Lamar dancing with some girl who looks good, an attractive woman. And in this latest video, Humble, he also has, if you see the video where they're counting money, you have the girls with the masks on counting money in their bras. Those girls are attractive too. So Kendrick Lamar really has his. One thing I will say about him, in terms of his video production thing, they put money behind him, and they've gotten that good production value up, and they've gotten the pretty girls as well, which is something that you haven't seen that much for a while, because of, I guess, the music industry has not had as much money, and they haven't put as much money into producing high budget videos, high production value videos, or in hiring attractive models to be in the videos.